Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a school makeup transformation. So I'm going to be doing my makeup like I would do for if I was in school. I'm homeschooled. If you didn't know, little fun fact, I did do my eyebrows off camera because those stay the same whether it's a full glam or it's natural. So you can do your brows how you want them. I do have an eyebrow tutorial if you would like to see it. Up here in the cards, I'll link it, and down in the description if you want to see that. So yeah, without further ado, grab your Starbucks, reusable, a little bit of water, metal straw, and let's get started. I saw this video by Jeffree Star the other day. I was just scrolling through his page. I really like his YouTube channel, and I saw that he did one like this. But I actually filmed this video a couple of days ago, filmed it, edited it, everything, and then I was like, you know what, I actually don't like the way that looks. Would I wear that to school? Probably not. I don't know. I just didn't really like it, so now we're going to be doing what I think I would wear to school again. Obviously, after you wash your face, which you should do, you should moisturize. A good moisturizer that I like is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, and I use it for the extra dry skin. So it looks like this. You can buy it at Walmart or Target or wherever. I really like that, but I've already did that step. I just didn't do it on camera. So now I'm going to be taking primer, and I really love to combine these two right here. I like the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. It's like a 3-in-1 primer, moisturize, and perfect. And then I also like this e.l.f. one. It's the matte luminous, or it's the luminous matte primer, and I really like these to pair together because this one makes me very dewy, but this one makes me like matte and fill in the pores, but it's also dewy, you know, you feel me? I just like to take the Hard Candy one and just put it between my fingers and kind of like warm it up, and then just apply it to my face. So don't forget the neck, because just don't. Then next I'm just be taking the e.l.f. one that I mentioned and just putting it like this. I really just put it like everywhere. I mainly focus it right here, but I like put it everywhere, but just right here I have the most pores. If y'all can hear my fan, I'm sorry y'all, it's like 80 degrees. Going somewhere tonight, so I was like, why not just film it now? Instead of like coming back home, taking my makeup off and doing the exact same thing, just do it now. And it's during the day and it's hot as I don't know what outside, so y'all bear with me. Okay, so the next step would either be eyes or foundation, and I'm actually gonna skip foundation just because I notice on more natural days I just like to skip that and just spot conceal and actually just conceal where I normally do, just because it makes my skin feel lighter, plus it's more natural and lets some of your skin peek through. First concealer that I'm gonna be taking is the Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Concealer in the shade 110, and also the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 02, I think that's what it is. Yeah, Fair 02. And so first I'm going to be taking the Milani one and just kind of concealing everywhere that I normally would. Underneath my eyes, because I have like some darkness under there. It may be eyeliner, I'm not sure, but it won't come off, so. I'm actually going to put some on my eyes just because you can see some of my veins, and that's not cute. Then since this one is a little bit closer to my skin tone, I'm actually going to be taking a little bit on these acne scars. This actually isn't acne. It's all scarring from when I had acne before. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know that. And also around my nose, like this area right here, I get a lot of redness and it like peeks through, so I'm going to cover that up. But like, see, now all of the skin can breathe, and you know, it's still cute. Then I'm going to be taking the Colourpop one, which is actually a little bit lighter. It's more of like my winter shade, but I still like to use it. And I'm actually going to be putting some right in the inner corner, like right here. Like, see how that's like lighter? Some right here. Some on the tip of my nose, just because I didn't like highlight everything else. My cupid's bow, my chin, and then some under here actually. Just because we want to highlight those areas and bring attention to them. And yeah, I know it look really, really crazy, girl. Hold on, trust the process. I also forgot that I like to spray my face with this Soleil Replenishing Cucumber Mist. You can actually buy this at Walmart, but since I didn't before I put on concealer, I'm just going to do it now to hydrate my skin a little bit more and to hydrate the concealer. So I'm just spraying it. And the sprayer is really nice, so it doesn't like get everywhere. but it's very finely sprayed. A really, really good sponge that I like and I've been getting back into is the Real Techniques. It's originally orange, but like I use this so much and I use it for cream contour, so it's just a little bit darker. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just be taking that and just blending everything in. I noticed that with the Milani concealer, it does dry down pretty quickly, so I'm going to be working really fast with this. Okay, so I just got done blending that all out. Yes, I did put concealer on my forehead. I just have to move my hair and it's just not cute on camera. So yeah, but as you can tell, the inner corners of my eyes are like highlighted, which is like really cool. I did this the other night and I figured that out. So like, I don't know if you can see, but like this little birthmark is coming through and my skin just feels a lot much like lighter than it normally does, which is what I really want on a natural day, which is going to be for school. Even though this isn't like complete natural, it's still more natural than like what my normal routine is. It's like your skin but better, you know? And I really notice if I spray my skin between each like step, it makes my skin feel a lot hydrated. So I'm just going to continue doing that. And if you ever run out of setting spray, I literally did this the other day. I had like this much left. I just put water in it and it literally smells the same. I don't know if it does the same, but so far my makeup hasn't looked different. So, little hack if you have run out and don't have money. Okay, now I'm going to be taking the AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Powder in the shade Porcelain, and I'll just be setting my face with this like everywhere. First, I'm going to be taking it and just putting it under my eyes where I put the concealer, just because it's going to crease if you don't. I notice like on more natural days, I really don't like to set my face that much, because I want to let it like, I want to let the primer that I put on that was luminous shine through, but you have to set your face a little bit. I mean, it can't be like rubbing off, since our concealers are kind of like dewy and not matte, you know. Then next, I'm going to be taking my BH Studio Pro Contour Palette. I'm just be taking this and using the white shade right here. It's not really white, it's just lighter than my like setting powder that I used just a second ago. And I'll just be taking that and on this like little brush and just packing that underneath my eyes, only underneath my eyes, because we just want to highlight and not like set. We just want to highlight. This is matte though, so it's not gonna like shine, it's just gonna set but be a little bit brighter. How has school been going for y'all? I definitely know that when I was in school, it was a lot of drama. I don't know if school's still like that. I'm sure it is. Nothing changes overnight. I think the biggest thing is that teenagers, especially, always want to talk about each other, and I think I'm very thankful that I got out of that, because, Lord, y'all, yeah, thankfully that I got out of that. But I hope school's going for you. We're going to get on, but I just want to say that for you. Make sure that you're doing good in class and putting in all your effort into every single class and not just one. Okay, now I'm going to be taking this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I think that's how you say it, I'm not really sure. But I really love this bronzer and I've been using it for a while and it's barely put a dent in it. Plus it smells good, so that's a plus. It's really natural on my skin that I've noticed. So I really like this because it's like a little bit more natural and not as heavy. So I'm going to be taking that on this Real Techniques brush and just bronzing up my skin, just to make me look like, just to make our skin look a little bit more tan, because I know spring is coming up, I know summer is coming up, and you want to look really tan and like you've been in the sun, even though we know you haven't. You've been on your phone watching James Charles's YouTube videos, so this is going to be a little hack. And see, like that just, it's, from the side you just look a lot better. What are y'all's favorite classes? If you didn't know, I'm homeschooled, like I said in the introduction, but for me, since I'm homeschooled, but math has just always been my favorite subject, and science. But when you get into higher classes like 11th, it starts getting a little bit boring. You don't learn about animals anymore. You learn about biology and cells and all that, which isn't the funnest, so now it's only math. I just really love it, and I think it, honestly, what makes me like it is that in the outcome, in the real world, you actually have to use math and numbers a lot, like when you're doing your taxes or when you're filling out stuff, budgeting and stuff like that. And that's what I really like. I've just always liked that. Okay, now I'm going to be dipping back into my Studio Pro Contour Palette, and I should be taking the cooler brown shade right here, and I should be using that with this little small Luxie brush that I got in my April Boxy charm. If you want to see my first impression of that, you can watch it up there. If not, you can just stay here. But I really like this brush to contour with because it's really small. So I'm just going to be contouring a little bit everywhere where I want to contour. Not much, just a little bit. You just take it in a circular motions, put it on there and kind of blend it out, then going back in with my bronzer brush, and that just kind of blends it out further without adding any more darker color. I've always really liked to do that. Make sure everything's blended because, you know, we gotta be looking the best, the most snatched in school. And a little trick that makes my contour and bronzer look a little bit more natural is that if I bring my hair up and just take my bronzer brush and just kind of take it by my eyebrow like that and connecting it to this one, but bringing it up also to my forehead bronzer, even though you can't see it, it just blends it right together. Instead of there being a bronzer, no bronzer, then bronzer again, it just kind of brings it together. Because when you're looking from the front, you think that it looks good, but if you're turning from the side, like someone beside you, you want to look just as good. And on more natural days when we don't have as much time, because in school you have to get up really early, yes, I would get up and do this, but I just like to take my face powder that I use, the lighter one, and just actually take it on that little brush and just run it underneath the contour, because this is going to act as like we're baking, but we're actually not, because it'll take less time as well, and I really just like it. Also, a trick is that when you're looking forward, you really don't want to see your contour, so sometimes I blend it down too far, so I'll just take it and kind of rub it up against it, and just makes it look a lot better. Personally, me, not saying you don't want to see it, but like personally to me, I don't want to see it. Sorry, I like kind of missaid that, and yeah. See how that just looks like a lot more natural. Now for more natural days, I don't really like to add that much blush. It's just not my thing. I like to look a little bit more just bronzy, not anything else. So I'm going to be taking my blush brush with not anything on it. I will recommend a blush is the e.l.f. one. They're like $2 at Walmart. I will dip into this a little bit and just tap off because I don't really want that much blush, because I just don't really like that on more natural days. It just looks a lot, I don't know, makes me look like really like I'm scared or something. That's all we're gonna put. That's enough. Probably a little bit too much. Okay, then I'm gonna be spraying my face one more time with the spray that I've been using, you know, the Soleil. I'll just show it to y'all. It looks like this. You can find it in the skincare aisle at Walmart. And I really just like to spray that. But a really good highlighter that I like is the hard candy one. This is the sample size, but I think it's only like $7.99 at Walmart. And a plus is that hard candy is cruelty free, so you're not hurting any animals in the process. So yeah, that's really good, and I really like this one. You just kind of have to build it up, but I mean, it's still good. So we don't want like a blinding highlight, so we're just gonna go for that subtle, kind of like wet skin look, you know. Make it look a little bit more natural. I'm actually just going to be taking it and blending it in with my brow bone like that. Just making like kind of like a U. Because then when you turn from the side, it's like that ring, you know. And it just looks a lot more natural. And I really like to bounce in everything after I spray a little bit of setting spray, just because it melts all the powders together, and it gives my skin like a breath of air, like after having like powder on. And I don't know, I just really like it. So if you haven't tried this, I definitely recommend it. It just blends everything together. Okay, I know that this is not drugstore, and you probably are like, girl, that's expensive. But if you're trying to make a little bit of an investment, I really do recommend the Thirsty palette. When you're seeing this, I've already put up my first impression and my 3 looks on palette. So you can go watch those videos. They're on my channel. I'm not going to link them anywhere. But I really do like the Thirsty palette from Jeffree Star. It's got like a lot of neutral shades up here. But if you want to add like a pop of color in your inner corner, that's really nice as well. Plus, it has a lot of shimmers in it. They're really well, and I just wanted to show you what I could get like on a more natural day with this palette. So if you're trying to make a little bit of investment, I really do recommend. If not, you can just try to find similar shades to like this. But I wanted to show you this little orangey glam moment. Okay, first I'm going to be taking the shade Parched, this one right here, and mixing it with Kumquat, this one right here. So mixing these two this one and this one together in the crease. Is like a transition. If you've never tried Jeffree's formula, girl, what are you doing? And this just makes it like a light orange, but it's really natural. See, like, that's really natural. I really like it. If you've been thinking about getting this palette, definitely go watch some of my looks with them. So yeah. And also, to bring an eye look together, which looks really well, is to take it underneath your lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking those two colors and just running it underneath my lower lash line, just to kind of bring the look together. This color, honestly, these two colors honestly remind me of like a creamsicle vibe. And on a neutral day, that looks really good. If you're not into really neutral shades, if you're not into like neutral stuff for school, that's 100% okay. I have a ton of looks with this palette, so. Okay, now I'm just been going in with the shade Taste Buds, this one right here. And I'll just be applying that in my crease. Not a lot of it because I don't want to add too much color because we just don't. But I'm just been giving that peachy vibe to add some color to my eyes. Now I'm going to be dipping in with my finger because I feel that these are how the shimmers perform best, and I've said that in my tutorials and everything. But I'm going to be taking the shade Filthy Rich, this one right here. I'm going to be getting my pointer finger and just dipping into it. Not a lot, just kind of like patting. It like cuts my finger if you didn't know. Just taking that and patting that on my lid as like a little bit of like a shimmer. Then taking my pinky shade and dipping into that. My hands are clean, you know, and it's my palette, so anyway. And just taking that and putting that in my inner corner with that pop of color. Taking that shade again, Filthy Rich, and just popping that on my brow bone just to add that more pop of like goldishness. I know we put highlighter on there earlier, but we really wanted to like go with the look. It's not really natural, and it literally took like 2 minutes. It literally took like less than 2 minutes, so that is very nice. I'm gonna go off camera and do this eye, and I'll be right back to finish off the lips and the eyes, and we'll be right back. So first, since I've already did my eyes, I'm gonna be setting my eyebrows with a little bit of clear brow gel from the e.l.f. Duo thing. This one right here. It's like clear brow gel on one side and like clear mascara on the other. And I'll just be taking that and running that through my brows, pushing the hairs upwards, and just setting the hairs in place. Then I'm going to be taking these two mascaras that are my favorite to pair together. First, I'm going to be taking the Waterproof Length and Volume Mascara from e.l.f. I like to put this on only on my top lashes. Ignore that little spot that I got on my face. I'm going to get it off later. It just has to dry. I'm going to take the Shop Miss A Fat Lash Mascara. And since it has like a little bit more of a skinny wand, as you can tell, I like to just use that for my bottom mascara. And I really don't like to put that much. Just a little bit on the tip of them. I don't really like to coat them because they look like spider legs like that. I'm just taking my spoolie and just getting that once it's dry, and just spooling it off, and then there you go. If you have like a little bit of excess, just run your finger over it, but there you go, it's gone. You just have to let it dry. And here recently, and on natural days, I really just like to take a little bit of a liquid lipstick, and I'll just put some on the back of my hand. So today I'm going to be using the liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in the shade Nathan, and just putting some on the back of my hand, finger actually, tapping into the product and getting the excess off, and just putting a little bit in the center of my lips to get that kind of like foundation lip thing off. So it literally still looks natural, and it doesn't even look like I have anything on, but I actually do. Then I'm going to be taking the Sexiest Beauty gloss, just a clear gloss, and just putting over that and this is the completed school makeup transformation. Okay everyone, this is the completed look. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope that you have an amazing day at school. If you're watching this before you get to school, Yeah, I really enjoyed creating this really cute look. I honestly really love it. I'm glad I redid this video because this is what I would wear to school. This is me. I really love that pop of color in the crease. It just makes it look so much better. And as well as the gloss with a little bit of color in the middle. Amazing. Oh Lord, y'all, I cannot deal. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did and you enjoyed me, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you wear makeup to school. And if you don't, girl, maybe you should try it. You don't look good for your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Monday and Friday. You get bonus videos almost every week, if not more than one bonus video. But yeah, anyway, I hope to see you in my next video, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.